people. It's that perpetual grind. Blows your mind. That finger-tapping frenzy that we all know and love. It's WWE SuperCard with me, Big Jim. Now then, it's a Monday. Big news on a Monday for Big Jim. Now, I've had a few complaints. I've had a few complaints from you guys saying, 2 videos ago you called it WrestleMania King of the Ring Rewards. Your last video, another WrestleMania King of the Ring Rewards. It's too similar, Big Jim. Make it different. Make it different. Well, I like to make it different, but if I'm winning King of the Ring and it's a WrestleMania card, surely that's what's the exciting part. Because guess what? Guess what today's video is about? It's been another weekend. It's been a weekend of ignoring PCC. Just a little bit of PCC. Because PCC is just a bit too much when you're a working dad and you've got lots of other things to do. I don't like the PCC. I'm not a big fan of the PCC. But anyway, for those of you who got the AJ card, thoroughly well done. A couple of members of Team BadLadDad have done it as well. So, well done, guys. But the reason why I'm here and I'm hyped is because it's a WrestleMania King of the Ring win for Big Jim. Now, if you saw the last video, which was another WrestleMania King of the Ring win for Big Jim, you will have seen that I was talking about entering another WrestleMania King of the Ring using the AJ card that I just pro'd and the Nakamura card, which I just pro'd. But I didn't power them up. I threw them in and said, this might just put me against some people who have put in some lower rank cards to try and play weaker opponents, should we say. And that kind of worked. Because if you have a look at where we got to, I've obviously already given the game away that I am King Jim. King of the Ring, Big Jim. If we go into the, where are we? Into the quarterfinals, it was a fairly comfortable one, I think, in the quarter. I was actually a bot I was playing in the quarterfinals, so that was even more comfortable than normal. What was quite strange about this one was I entered it about 8 o'clock in the evening. Now, I do tend to advise you, if you want to try and play fewer humans and more bots, either enter very early in the morning or very late in the evening, or like very early in the morning, like 1 or 2 in the morning, because they're very unsociable times for people to enter, and so you get fewer humans entering at that time. And that should be relevant to your own timescale, wherever you are on this great planet of ours. So you can give that a try, but obviously pick a time when you're about. I mean, I'm a night owl. When I'm editing the videos, I'm up and about all sorts of weird hours. So I tend to enter late in the evening, or very early in the morning. But this one, as I say, it was an 8 o'clock in the evening touch. So that was a bot. And then the semi-finals, I was up against Spiegeldorf. And it was not a bad match. I don't think I had to do too much jiggery pokery with the cards, though. I think I got, as you can see, though, I got a fairly decent run. Individual divas, fairly even. WrestleMania cards, pros, fairly even, but obviously Andre kicking in there. And where they'd let themselves down there was that tag team. So yeah, and through to the final. And when it came to playing Gabby or Gaby, I assume it's Gabby, they didn't bother powering up. So I was busy changing cards around, trying to win, because I thought, oh, I'm here, might as well try, it's not going to cost anything. They didn't power up, so even though I lost the first match, I won the next 2, but it was kind of a giveaway, that. It's kind of a gimme. Anyway, that means we now have another chance of a WrestleMania Pro. Now, the big news for me today on the team Road to Glory is that the WrestleMania card is Dean Ambrose, and Dean Ambrose will give me a Pro. If we have a look at my WrestleMania cards, you will see I've now got the 4 pros. There's the 2 event cards, and then the 2 cards that have come from a mixture of events and pulls from the deck, and then there's the individual cards. Now, obviously, nothing's going to happen with Big Sammy there. But I have Roman, I have Taker, I have Bray, I have Y2 Jackass, I have Xavier, up, down, I have Heath Slater, I have Finn Balor, my lord, Finn Balor, there's Ryback, there's Cesaro, as I like to call him, there's Nia Jax, Diva would be nice, there is Dean Ambrose, who I mentioned it's going to be a double Dino after a team event, so I'm going to have to give some good time to that, make sure that we do get it. Apollo Crews, Kalisto, Rusev, who was my last reward, as you will have seen if you did catch the last video, and of course Titus O'Neil, Clash of the Tailors. So, one of those for a pro, not Dino obviously, but one of those for a pro would be cool. But let's see what we get as we claim reward. Now these normally don't go very well. I normally get complete pants draws from these. So let's see what we get. In terms of the Survivor, I've still got a few Survivor Diva singles, but I'm okay with Survivor Divas. I have got 4 Survivor Diva Pros, so it would really need to be a Brie or a Nikki to muscle into that squad. Anyway, WrestleMania Big Jim, come on, claim reward. Let's see what we've got. Please be something good. Gold Dust. It's another NAF card. It's another single. There's too many WrestleMania cards out there. And we get Survivor Wise. Taker. Well, he's not a bad card, but I've already got him as a pro twice, I believe. So that's not going to do an awful lot for me. So the battle goes on. The battle for the pros. It's just not well. I'm just not getting good cards from these King of the Ring rewards. But still, we battle on. We battle on. If we just have a look then at what we've got. Going up in Team Road to Glory. We'll obviously whistle through those. John Cena, I believe, does give Ninja Boy a Legendary Pro if he's still interested. Kane he doesn't have as a Survivor. And Dino, as I've mentioned, that will give me a WrestleMania Pro. So we have to make sure that we all muscle into that this evening. And I guess I'm going to need to make myself an exhibition deck and try to do... try and get some of these guys powered up. Just the motivation for Gold Dust is minimal. Minimal. And you can see that's actually the desk I was using for desk. So this is the desk I'm using. You can't see the desk because that's what everything's standing on. This is the deck that I was using for PCC. And I suppose I've not actually mentioned what I did. Well, as you can see, I was 76,103rd. Get in! Solid work to get me into that 76,000 bracket. So I can claim rewards. Now, again, there's quite a few of you asking questions. You've just started out and you're saying, what's advice for people just starting out? PCC, I did minimal, really minimal work there. How many points was it? It was like 260 points or something. So what's that? About 52 wins of 5-point matches. And if you claim reward, you'll see I've got an epic and I've got an ultra rare support card. Now, if you've just started out, an epic and an ultra rare support is pretty useful. It's pretty useful. That'll help you. So just do your events, people. King of the Ring, back-to-back King of the Ring. I can't stress enough. King of the Ring. You'll have seen last 3 videos, well, including this one, 3 King of the Ring wins, 3 WrestleMania cards. Yes, they're all pants. They're all naff. That's not my fault. I'm doing my best. Just go for them. Get your King of the Rings going and do participate in these events, particularly when you're lower ranking, because for me to get something worthwhile out of PCC, I would really have needed to have been grinding pretty full on for 4 days. That just wasn't an option, especially as there was football over the weekend and other things going on. So that's my advice. Just get in the events, King of the Ring, actual pulls from the deck. They don't happen that often. And another thing I will actually just mention, I've had a few people saying, oh, I can get a perfect pro even if I haven't powered up the cards. Because so long as you've got 30 out of 30 or 25 out of 25 if it's a Survivor, you still get your gold star. Well, yeah, it might look like a perfect pro, but what you're missing out on, I'll just actually give you an example. That card I've just pulled, which, as we saw, was Gold Dust. You're going to improve. If you've not used the card to boost up the power, the toughness, the speed, the charisma and the ability, you're actually missing out on an awful lot of extra additional points that are going to count when you go in for battles. So, if we just pull it back to our big boy here, Andre the Giant, as you can see, the power there, he's gained 120 power points through having that blue bar fall out because he's played 40 matches on power. Again, toughness, 120 on toughness, 112 on speed, 116 on charisma, and ability, an extra 100 on there too. All of those because he's played 40 matches using power, toughness, speed, charisma and ability. Now, if you don't bother to do those on the individual cards before you combine them, just think how much you're missing out on points wise. So you could have some people, mentioning no names, but you could have some people who've got Silver Star Pro because they forgot to add that very last level. Maybe they were 29 out of 30. But they're actually going to have a stronger card than if you pro'd the card, having got it to 30 out of 30 on both of them, but you haven't bothered playing the matches. Play the matches, people. You've got to play the matches. And if you don't have time to play it on exhibition, whack them into King of the Ring. That's what I have to do more often than not, because there's obviously so many other things that we're doing here on BadLadDad, at BadLadDad HQ. So there's that odd motorbike. There's always one motorbike that just wanders around whenever I'm doing a video. I think he just like he's waiting for me. He sees when I put the light on and I'm recording. It's like, oh, Jim's doing a video. Time to get the old chopper out. So yeah, please, people, don't forget to power up your match. It's worth doing. Seriously, it's worth doing. It's worth just taking those extra few days. Forget the excitement of, oh, I can pro the cards. Just make sure everything's done. And feed in your tokens, your chicken nuggets, as you can see there as well. And look at the difference that's made. Plus 90 and plus 90 again to his toughness and his power. So that's it really. It's not so much a playing game. It was more of a chatting game. Now I've said that, I've not had a look at Season 1 for a while. Season 1 King of the Ring. Do you remember this, people? There's again, I might as well cuff another question here. There's people saying, how come I haven't got Season 1 Fusion Chamber and I haven't got Season 1 King of the Ring? Well, if you weren't playing Season 1, you obviously haven't got the cards, so it's not going to happen. But as you can see here, this is my Season 1 WrestleMania deck for exhibition and King of the Ring. So I fancy just doing a little bit of this, I think. So let's do a couple of exhibition matches. Just for old time's sake. Season 1 exhibition. So actually, I've just actually moved out. Well, as you can see, I've got 3. I mean, this is Fusion Chamber. This is Fusion Chamber material. There's The Rock. There's Hulk Hogan. Say his name out loud. Say it in the mirror 3 times. It'll appear behind you. Hulk Hogan, Hulk Hogan, Hulk Hogan. You're not going to be shot down in flames if you mention his name. And of course, oh yeah, Macho Man. Do you ever say Macho Man in your head without going, oh yeah? And Taker, who was one of the event cards, and Brie. So let's just do a couple of matches just for old time's sake. I've got no idea where I stand with the ladder rewards, and indeed where I stand with the pools on these. It's really not worth me doing it because I've got Brie and I've got Nikki as WrestleMania Pro Divas, as well as some others. But this is where my hoarding doesn't stand me in good stead, because I've been hoarding cards. It's blocking up my catalogue, and that's not a good thing. To have your catalogue blocked up. Take Team Power Charisma. Fairly obvious one there. I've not even played me Classy Freddy Blassie. Look at that. Look at that. Let's play Classy Freddy Blassie. Get me Diva in. Oh, there we go. It's a Bella on Bella sister match, which Brie is the winner of. And we get Daniel Bryan, and I really no idea why I'm doing this, to be quite honest. Oh, I get 3 picks. I must have had an extra pick remaining, because you don't get. I don't think you get 3 picks unless they've changed it. Previously on LA Law, you weren't getting 3 picks for a win like you do in Season 2 for a perfect win. And maybe they've changed it, or maybe I did just have 1 pick that I hadn't bothered picking up before. If you catch my drift. Right, Tag Team Charisma. I think it's obvious we're going with these boys. So in those got an event card and a fusion card, and then going to do the Bizzo and bring in Macho Man. It's nice seeing some of these old cards actually. It's happy memories. And Diva. Oh, that's the pro. That's the Fusion Pro. AJ, someone who sadly we're not seeing in the game anymore. I've reached the card limit. Well, there you go. That was short, brief, exciting to a degree, and that brings the end of Monday's episode crashing down upon us. So there we have it. Goodness only knows what I'm going to call this for you perfectionists out there. It's WrestleMania reward, pick up another win if you don't mind. Thanks very much. Now, remember, please subscribe down below if you want to find out when our videos are coming out, or follow us on Twitter @BadLadDad. Give us a like if you like this video. If you don't, fair enough. We're also on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're in your faces. We're coming at you from all directions. Thank you so much for all your comments. You're really bringing those comments forward with all your how you're doing in the game and your suggestions for things that we could perhaps do, and suggestions for other games. I think just hold up on the suggestions for other games, because FIFA 16, Rocket League, which we've just started doing. Try and catch that if you haven't already. There's obviously WWE Immortals, and for you WWE Immortals fans, I promise I'm going to do one this week. I've actually been playing over the weekend, because obviously I've not been doing PCC. There's Clash Royale. Clash of Clans has sort of dropped away a bit because Clash Royale's taken over, and that is Ninja Boy's favourite game at the moment. So again, if you're looking for something new to play yourself, go and check out Clash Royale, because Ninja Boy gives it the big ho-ho. In the meantime, before we see you again, do whatever you want to do, have some fun, stay cool, see you soon.